Hey guys, it's Miss Ashby here, and we are getting ready to do Simple Solutions Lesson 9. So I know that a couple of you didn't have this packet in your bags, and that's okay. I've uploaded the packet onto School's PLP in our Social Studies folder, so you can pull it up, and if you have a printer, you can certainly print it. If not, you can just write the answers on regular notebook paper. That is more than fine. Okay, so again, we're getting ready to do lesson 9. I'm going to share my screen. Make sure that you do have a writing utensil and a highlighter, which I'm going to grab my highlighter. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, friends, so the title of our passage today is European Exploration. And you can pause me really quickly so that you can look over the questions so that we know exactly what we're looking for. When we go back to the passage, we can pull out the answers a little bit faster, okay? All right, many factors led European countries to begin exploring foreign lands. One was an interest in faraway places and cultures. Marco Polo, an Italian explorer, had written a book about his travels throughout China. So Marco Polo is a name that we haven't seen before. It's bold. So let's go ahead and highlight about him. He was an Italian explorer, wrote about his travels through China, okay? The invention of the printing press allowed books like Marco Polo's to be printed quickly by machine instead of being slowly copied by hand. This meant that many more people could read Marco Polo's description of Asia and its wonders. A curiosity about Chinese culture prompted the Europeans to want to explore. The Silk Road was an important system of trading routes connecting China and Europe. Let's highlight the Silk Road. This will come up a few more times in social studies this year. It took years to travel from one end of the Silk Road to the other. Sailing was a much faster way to trade with Asia. That is why many European countries wanted to find a water route to Asia. In addition to the printing press, the Astrolabe was another new technology that contributed to the age of exploration. The Astrolabe was a navigating tool that helped sailors figure out where they were. With it, sailors believed they could finally discover a water route to the east where a world of silk and spices awaited them. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the questions. Let's look at number 1. Which 3 things led Europeans to begin exploring foreign lands? Okay, so take a look at the options here. Okay, we know that they were interested in faraway places. Okay, there was a desire for Asian goods, especially spices. Okay, and there was a need for more land. All right, so now let's look at number 2. Which 2 areas were connected by the Silk Road? So we've already highlighted information about the Silk Road up here. Connected China and Europe. So let's circle those down here. All right, 3 through 5. Match the letter of each invention with the effect it had on exploration. So we're looking at 3 different inventions: the compass, gunpowder, and printing press. So first, improved defense against enemies. Well, the only thing here that makes sense would be gunpowder, okay? Increased knowledge about the East. From our passage, we know that Marco Polo was able to publish his book about his travels to China that people could read to learn about the Eastern Hemisphere. So we're going to put B right here with the printing press. And that leaves C, the compass improved navigation, okay? So you should have C, A, B. All right, number 6. Remember, an effect is something that happens, and a cause is the reason it happens, right? C, if the underlined part is a cause, or E, if it's an effect, okay? The Astrolabe and other new technologies of the day encourage explorers to sail further than they ever had before. So because of the astrolabe, explorers were able to sail further. So I know that this underlined part here is a cause. So you should have a C right there. Okay. All right, so now let's look at number 7. We're going to do some map skills. They want us to find this symbol on the map. There it is, that dot. Which coordinates most closely correspond to that symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and extend out my line of latitude and then my line of longitude. Okay. I know that this dot is in the northern hemisphere. D gives me a coordinate in the southern hemisphere, so I can automatically eliminate D. Okay. So it looks like my line of latitude, which is about right here, is pretty close to 25 degrees north. So I know that I can eliminate option B. My line of longitude is between 30 and 60. The only number between 30 and 60 east is 45, so I can eliminate A. My answer has to be C, okay? 25 degrees north, 45 degrees east. Underline the 2 hemispheres in which our dot is located. So here is my equator. This dot occurs north of the equator, which tells me it's in the northern hemisphere. Here is my prime meridian. Okay. My prime meridian, so this is my western hemisphere. This is my eastern hemisphere. My dot occurs on the eastern hemisphere. So you should underline northern and eastern. And if you didn't want to do it that way, you could just look at the coordinates here. We have an N and an E for northern and eastern hemisphere, okay? All right, number 9, what body of water is 45 degrees south, 15 degrees west? So I'm gonna go to my southern hemisphere, and I know this is my southern hemisphere because there are 2 S's right there, okay? I'm gonna go to about 45 degrees south, okay? 15 degrees west, which is about right here. All right. So the body of water that I see here would be the Atlantic Ocean. That's what you should have. All right, and number 10, on the opposite side of the globe, the international date line is called the what? And you should have prime meridian. All right, guys, I will see you for lesson 10.